Good evening, and welcome to Explanation Please. I'm Sean Eaglin, and as you can see, we got a whole full cast today, y'all. You know, we got my wife, Katrina Eaglin, Todd the Great.
Okay.
We got Miss Trisha. We got Tarana in the building. We got Genzel, and we got Nicole.
Yes.
Last but not least, Nicole is in the building, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But look, today is part 2 of Transparent Healing, Tarana's book that she wrote.
Yes.
Very good book. It's a workbook, something to help you reflect and to get to a point where healing becomes your reality. So today, we're going to let Tarana start it off, and then we're gonna vibe with you, Tarana. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get down to it, you know, where y'all left off and where healing can help us all, because everybody in here has something that they need to heal from.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you all for, again, having me again for part 2.
Yes.
I just want to piggyback on what you just said about everybody needs healing in some area of their life. And healing is a process. So in going through the steps, I think we talked last week about forgiving yourself was one of the most important things that I felt that, you know, you got to forgive yourself too. Because sometimes it is easy to forgive other people or go through that process of forgiving others. But I think for me, forgiving yourself and not that condemnation, not feeling like you're condemned because we all made mistakes.
Right.
And I did say last week that I used to feel like I didn't do anything to people. Like they always did something to me.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case. When God convicted me, it was, no, you made mistakes. You have offended others. So how about you ask them for forgiveness? Or how about you forgive yourself and not, dive into condemnation or shame or guilt or anything like that for the things that I've done personally in my life.
So how hard was it for you to forgive you? How hard was that?
I think today I'm going through things still that I've faced lately that I'm having to forgive myself for. Making poor decisions about, who to date, something that, and marriage. That's big. That is a big thing and topic nowadays that we see even on social media about choosing the right friendships. Choosing the right friendships.
Yeah.
Not just dating relationships or romantic relationships, but choosing the right friends as well, and accepting someone into your space. And I think, again, I am still dealing with, and it comes and goes because we're not perfect, right? We're not perfect beings. So even when we choose the wrong job, right? We talked about that last time. And, not seeking God before we move into another job or career move or anything like that. So I think it's a daily thing to say, Lord, help me to forgive myself.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to fall into shame. Shame and guilt, I think, are some major things that the enemy wants us to all fall into because of the decisions that we've made.
I 100% agree with that. And it seems like last week, hey, Trish, you had some stuff going on. You didn't get a chance to get it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that play clock be running fast. That clock be running fast. But today, I want you to get out some of that information, man, that you had to help the people. Because, once we get around the room, it's going to become relevant while I'm pulling it out of you. I need to pull something out of you that I seen on camera last week. So, I just want you to speak on it. From the heart.
I appreciate you. Forgiveness is really big because I self-blame myself. I have to remind myself daily, you are worthy, you are blessed. Let it go. It's not about, you're not a victim. It's not, why is this happening to me? It's why not. I'm a believer, so I stand 10 toes down with God. So if he's with me, if he's for me, it doesn't matter what somebody else does to you. How I believe that when I feel like I've forgiven, I'm not speaking about what something did, what someone or something happened to me. I'm speaking about how it has blessed me, how it has delivered me, how it has shown me sides about me that either needs to be better, or I need to let that go. You know, and that's just an isolation with God. Like, he pruning me right now. Like, I'm in a fight right now, but I know I win.
Yeah.
And I'm at a maturity where I don't have to focus on when God gonna do the victory, but just know that the victory's coming.
Amen.
And that doesn't happen without forgiveness.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. Like, you can I mean, it's easy to blame people. That takes nothing to do. But when you take that accountability to say, but I could have said it differently. I could have did it differently. I could have spoke differently. I could have gave them more grace, like God gives us. You know, and so it's a powerful thing. Like, I send myself sticky notes. I write every day. Like, I journal, because I want to be better than I was yesterday. Right. I have a tat on me on the back. It says me versus me, and everything affects everything. So I'm like, God, use me. I'm not perfect. I chase the one that is. You understand me? I would tell anybody, I ain't got a heaven and hell for you, but I don't want to go to hell.
Hey, Trish, I'm telling you, like, how the me versus me is so powerful, because I just told Katrina that was last week when I was in Phoenix, and I had some stuff going on, and I told her, I said, man, I had a hell of a boxing match today against myself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mentally, I'm fighting me the whole time, you know, and which one of me gonna win is important in this moment. But I knew the battle was against myself. It didn't have nothing to do with nobody else. It didn't, you know, so I kind of like took myself away from, I didn't want to talk to her. I didn't want to talk to nobody at my job. I needed to deal with this me versus me. So I understand where you're coming from with that. So, and the reason I want you to speak on that is because I know for a fact Todd goes through a thing, and, you know, I want him to talk about it today with forgiveness, because he had something that happened to him in a relationship, and it lingers, and I see it, and we all see it, and it comes out on this podcast all the time. He spoke on it just the other day. So, you know what I mean? I want him to speak on it in hopes that from Tarana's book, we can kind of get to the point where he can start his healing process. So, you know, Todd, you want to...
No, I mean,
and I want to tell you, Todd, people only have the capacity that they have to love you. They have their capacity. You can't expect a you from somebody else. That's all I'm going to say on that.
That's pretty good. But, you know, I just think that... for my experience, I think it was just a betrayal thing for me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, I understand when you self-checking, but when you checked all your I's and all your T's, you go back and look back over to be like, okay, I'm on point over here. Then you go and realize, okay, so you tripping. I was right there. Because people could typically, a responsible person, when shit is going wrong, you looking at yourself. First thing I do, okay, what I did, what I say, what I did. Let me look back. I got a cow's in my say, man, you was there. And did I? I'm trying to figure out how we got here. You know what I'm saying? So when you ain't coming in 3-4 days, you gone and you screwing around every Dick, Tom, and Harry in town, you know what I'm saying? That shit hurt me. I'm a private person. I'm sorry. And my whole life, I did street shit. You know, I'm in the street. I don't have a lot of forgiveness for me. I got vengeance, because that's what the language I speak, because it's effective. So I battled back and forth. I'm like, man, maybe I should have threw your ass out of a car. I ran you over something. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe that would have worked a little bit better, because my prayers clearly didn't.
No, but
maybe a 38 would have woke your ass up. Huh?
That for sure would
well, I mean, that's why I beg to differ. Because I'm just trying to tell you, I'm not going to play with nobody's feelings, because matters of the heart and mind can get your ass hospitalized.
You never thought about you probably was praying for that relationship, and you wanted her to turn around, and you wanted her to be better and do better. But that wasn't God's plan for you.
Come on, that was it. Come on.
He didn't answer that prayer because he knew that she probably was. He knew that one day going to throw her out of a car.
But I'm just saying, but I mean, you know, come on, God. You know I got to do all kind of things. You could have smoothed me out like that. Don't do me like that.
But that sounds like ownership, and God is the only one that owns us. You understand what I'm saying? He's the only one paid their debt. He's the only one that paid that debt. And broken can't help broken. You understand what I'm saying? If she wasn't in maturity of where she was broken at, that didn't have nothing to do with you. That's a personal decision. Yeah. You step outside the relationship, that's inner work. That ain't you. That ain't on you. It feel personal because that was your relationship, but it ain't on you. That ain't on you. You got to let that go, because that ain't on you. God got something greater.
We need to hurry up and do it then before I have to get on his ass.
Tarana, you have something to say. You
Hey.
I'm gonna tell you.
So I think that it was a word given to me today about seed, planting seeds in the wrong place, or planting seeds and expecting the soil, which is that person's heart, to be cultivated or to be in the right place. So when we plant seeds, we don't know, sometimes we don't know or understand the heart of the person. And the heart is so significant to, I guess, betrayal, like you said. When we're betrayed, the heart feels that. We can't see it, but we can feel that. So the reasoning behind the betrayal, XYZ, we don't know that unless we figure out, okay, what kind of seeds were planted in that soil, which is within her heart. We don't understand that until that person gets down to the root. I think we talked about that, get down to the root, because that's where it is, at the root of the tree. So everybody's tree themselves, what type of seeds is planted in that soil, in that root?
Yeah, because you have to, what you have to realize, and I know you do, Todd, but I wanted to put it on the stage where we can talk with other women and talk about it. We've all been hurt. It's not nobody in here that haven't been cheated on or mistreated in a relationship.
and we all
None
have
of
hurt.
us. None of us.
We all
You know what I'm saying? We all have hurt in some shape, form, or fashion. Some of us have gotten over it to a certain extent, but I think we all carry an inkling of that hurt with us. Still to this day, none of us are fully healed. I'm just gonna be real. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we have to remember it, so we'll notice it when it comes, because we don't want to be hurt again. So we got our little guard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in Todd's situation, what I've seen is the inability to just move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like some kind of way you got to be able to move forward without her admitting to her wrong. Cause that's what you looking for. That's what you looking for. You looking for her to admit what she did, and as long as she don't, you hold on to it. So you got to get to the point where, hey, look, man, I know I did all I can. I did all that I could do. Hey, that's on her. I'm gone.
Or how about I am the prize?
I'm kind of that too,
type
but I be
attitude,
paranoid. I'll
Sometimes you just gotta know you're not gonna get an apology. They gonna be too proud.
That-
Even though
that is-
they,
that
that's what we
may
talked about
never
last week.
happen.
Yeah,
Skimming, 'cause
they can know they
y'all
wrong,
changed
but
too
it's
much.
just not in them, or they too prideful. They just don't want to admit it. Sometimes you just gotta be okay with being okay with it.
Expecting an apology, as we said, is not. You cannot let somebody else's action affect how you move or your growth. And so that for sure you cannot do that. But at the same time, that hurt, even when you try to move forward, like we said last week, it'll bleed over into your next relationship, and you don't want that to happen as well. So you move in it gracefully, like, you know what, this is a fresh start, a fresh mind, a fresh heart, a fresh everything, and don't even think about your past. Ask God to give you amnesia and just move forward 100%. And he will do it.
And sometimes God will not allow you, even from your past hurts.
To move forward.
God sometimes won't allow you to remember those things from your past. So it is possible for you to forget. Again, writing those things down in the chapter of forgiving others, her name, whoever she is, write that name, the offense, and so you can move on.
So I'm sure what God did. I met this other girl. We went out to eat. God must have told her
Is that the
$75
$80
plate of food.
That's the $80 bill. I'm so
$75 plate of food. Goddamn, it went right back to what I went through. That's why I say, man, hey, I can't find no forgiveness nowhere. I can't find giving it to cashier. I can't find it to goddamn cash register, the restaurant. It just ain't for me. God hear y'all. He don't hear me.
He hear you,
He
and
hears
you
He
can't
has
take.
you.
Don't
Right.
take
Right
that.
now.
He has you right.
Don't
where he
speak
is.
that.
God ain't heard that. I said,
No,
God,
we
y'all be on the
speak
phone.
Now we
with my
rebuke
God.
that.
Yeah, don't
Y'all
speak
be on the
that.
phone
You
with
don't
God.
want.
'Cause every time I talk to him
speak
about something, he be like, he be like, hey man.
Is he?
give me
Are
a
you?
minute.
Are you healing? Are you going through the healing process
Of what?
of
body.
your health?
No,
your
my
body?
stomach medicine. I'm back out classes again. I gotta go get some more infusions. No, I'm not. No,
God
no, I
to
tell you,
answer-
God
God-
heard.
God to
God
answer.
But your
answered a lot
stomach,
of-
see how big your stomach is?
I-
Look at you, you
I'm
can
not-
eat pretty goddamn good.
I'm not finna allow you to say that in here. Because I know that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Now I know you know, Todd like to joke and play.
I'm telling you the
But
truth.
I know
At
that's right.
times, I feel. I'm
Okay,
like, man,
say that at times.
At times, I feel like
Feel
it
like
will.
that. Say that, but not all the time. At times, you might
I
feel
think
like
all
that.
of us
We
at
all
times-
have
At
felt
time,
what
everybody
we
felt
all
like
have.
God did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you're a true believer, you'd have got mad with JC. Because
Yeah.
you
Absolutely.
blaming it all on the line, and he don't act when you say something. You like, hey man, you gotta give him an ultimatum. Say, look at God.
But check this out. How many times do he? It's stuff that we know he checking us on, and things that he
And
we
and we're
know he want us to do,
disobedient, and we ignore the
don't hear,
signs.
and
We
we
ignore
don't
it.
listen.
Yeah, we
So
ignore it.
it's a we held accountable for some things as well, you know. So it goes both ways.
It gotta be
Everybody
reciprocal
have
with God.
responsibility. It has to be. It needs to be reciprocal.
It need to
With
be
God.
reciprocal with God.
We
You know what I'm
we
saying?
all have work to do. He doing his work, we doing our work. We working together, and this is something I wanted to piggyback on and say this as well. We all have experienced hurt in some way, but we have. Just think about how what we have done to hurt others, and we may not have intentionally done it.
But it still happens.
But it happens. We are not perfect. We cannot throw a stone and hide out. We've afflicted some hurt in some
some
type of
people like
way,
those stones,
you know, and we need to deal with that. Make sure that we have dealt with that if we haven't, and move forward. Because even though I might not say, "Oh, Todd, I'm sorry, I did this to you," or did this, even in my private time, if I release that, guess what? The airwaves.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
in the airways. You don't know what they might do for the next person. You know,
And the
so
other
you
real
said- you
thing.
said-
Never
you
give
saying-
time for nobody else. You wouldn't let nobody go out there and commit a crime, right? And say, no, that's all right, officer, I'll take it. I'll go do that bid for them. You would never do that. That's what unforgiveness feels like. That's why you got to be a professional forgiver. You got to do it because it's what God charged you to do. It's not because it feels good. It's not because you deserve the betrayal. No, you didn't.
I'm saying, no. I look at it like this. I think forgiveness is, you need to ask for it. Even in the book, you ask God for forgiveness. You
Yes.
repent, you ask
Yes.
Him.
Repentance.
He gives
Yeah.
it to you.
But he tells you to do it.
People don't,
700
I don't just, but I ain't been asked one.
But she don't have to. She's not.
Well, I'm
charged.
like you, I
She's
ain't-
not charged to ask you. She don't have to forgive you.
You got to
What?
her.
No.
Forgiveness,
I said
forgiveness is for you.
It's for the
You
person.
It's
ask
for
him
you.
to
It's
forgive
for
you
you,
for
it's
what
for
you
your
did wrong.
soul.
But you cannot expect that because everybody, again, they only have a certain capacity
That's it.
to love you and to forgive you.
That's it.
That's it.
So,
That's it.
so that's the
That's
same
it.
thing for me. I don't have that capacity.
Is that real though? Is
And that's charged to
is
you,
that
though,
not
bro.
toward?
Hey, man,
Is that not
you
out of
finna hurt me
resentment
and let you
or
know.
anger? Is that not out of resentment or anger? That's another thing
But
that
then we
we.
talk about how we was raised too. Then we talk about that too, about
Oh,
her,
yeah.
what kind
Yeah.
of lineage she came from. I mean, we talked about that before. Like, this is what was taught to her.
I
This
mean,
is
but I
what
was-
was. This is how they taught her, and they excused everything she did, everything you did. You went over and beyond for kids that wasn't yours. You know what I'm saying? But they treated you bad. The one parent that she had that was good.
that you feel
they
like
treated
you
you
went
bad.
the long way.
That's just that's where she came from. Now, when we get older, we have God gave us, our free will. So at some point, she's supposed to click and be like, you know what? This, and this did these two kids like this. He was nothing but good. And then I finally got a baby for somebody that take care of the kids. I'm a do right, no matter what they telling me over here. But they not telling her right. They looking at you as, oh, we can use him, and then they gonna treat you bad. They gonna try to mistreat you. You know what I'm saying? And talk to you crazy, and talk to your kids, talk to you about you in front of your kids, which plants a seed in them. And here we go, the cycle all over again. So your baby got to be deprogrammed, and we talked about that too.
Well,
like,
she didn't count. She had to go to counseling.
I know
for it.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So this is a generational thing. This is something she was taught.
And you can't let them
Broke
push
down
that
crying
on
on
So
them.
you know, I just
You
say
can't
that,
let them push their ways on you.
yeah.
Because now you're starting to be more like them instead of what you've been like.
Well,
You're
no, I
not
just-
being what your parents taught you how to be. You're not being the man that you learn how to be because you holding on.
Dog,
To what went on
it's
with
like
that?
it's like picking the scab out. And I seen Taylor the other day, and she breaks out crying. Dad, I need to talk to you, this, that, and third. I'm about to, and she just, was trying to pour it all out. You know what I'm saying? Get it off her. I'm trying to hear her out. Here come same out of shit. And I was just looking at her like, man, look at the damage in the child. I'm looking at how this is damage. She like, all these years I missed out with you, Dad, and I thought, this, that, and the third. And I never wanted, like I say, bad mouth. Like I said, I kind of let it go because it's not in my face, but that's my child. You know what I'm saying? When I see her hurt, I hurt because that's my baby.
Yeah, and I talk about wounds too. Like when the heart, we can't see when the heart is wounded, but we can feel it.
Yeah.
And it's just like putting a Band-Aid on a scratch or a burn or something like that. Like just putting a Band-Aid on it, but not taking the Band-Aid off and putting the scab, the, what do you call it, the ointment for the
Wound dressing
healing,
and all
the
that.
healing to make it heal. We can cover it back up and, take it off, but at some point we're going to have to take the Band-Aid off, let the scab heal, let the scab heal, and then guess what? The new skin grows over it. That scab part, it eventually falls off because we've given it ointment, we've given it the anointing, we've given it prayer, we've given that
That's
wound.
the natural way of healing.
Yes, the natural way of healing. Air, we've given it air. As it say, you got to uncover it to give it some air and clean it up. So we got to do that part, and we don't want to fall into again not forgiving God. We don't want to blame God. Because God is a gentleman, and he clearly tells us what to do and what not to do. If we take the time to sit in it, we got to sit in it. Even if we hurt and boo-hooing and crying, and we got to go through it to get to the other
And we
side.
all gonna boo-hoo and cry.
Yes,
No
boo-hoo.
matter how
Hey.
glorious it looks.
Hey.
You may look like it's the best, you living the best dream, the best world. Trust me, at some point in the week or the month, that person is crying, has shed some tears in some type of way. It is not one person on this earth that don't have tears to shed.
Yes.
They not one person. We all hurt and feel some type of hurt and sorrow throughout our life. It is not all peaches and cream. I don't care what nobody make it look like. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what they
It's not easy.
post. I don't care. Trust me. They deal with something throughout their life, throughout the days and the weeks and the months of life.
Yeah.
And that's just our reality. That's just what it is. We're gonna deal with things until we leave here.
Yeah, it's a lot of, that, my mother, my brother, all the time. I got multiple things that I try to work on in my head to figure out a way to navigate through them. You know what I'm saying? They be extremes. I try to, stay prayerful and vigilant and all that, but
But you
Sometimes it's hard.
do
Goddamn.
a good job with what you do, and you continue to do the work for you, Todd.
inner
And
work.
know that we have your back. We are praying for you. We are trusting and believing God with you.
Yeah.
With you. He sees
You have a team that really, really love and support you, and you have to do the rest of the work. But we have your back. Okay? Just know that.
And we said last week that forgiveness, though, is the first part of deliverance. If you want to be delivered from your hurt and your pain, the resentment, the bitterness, the anger, whatever it is, forgive. And if you got to say it every day, I forgive so and so.
Yeah.
I forgive. Write their name down. I forgive. Tear it up. Throw it away. I forgive so and so, because it's still a process. It's not going to happen overnight.
It's not gonna
It's
happen.
not going to
overnight.
happen overnight.
It
I
was.
wrote my parents a letter because I lost my parents at a very early age, and that's all they fed me was God. It was God this Saturday, Wednesday Bible study. It was God, 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 and I thank God because I don't know where I would have been had they not given me that foundation. But I had to write a letter to my mom like, you left me. I know God took you, and they say he only takes the best, but you left me. Like, I was a child. I needed you. right? And then 2 years later, I lose my dad. So when I tell you, I'm not telling you, them scriptures is not, when I talk about scriptures, when I talk about what God is to me, I'm not telling you what grandmother taught me. I'm telling you what I had to stand on.
Yeah.
But if they had not given me that relationship, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you.
That foundation.
I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you because you can find people anywhere in the world to do wrong with, to just make you hype up and rev up pain. But when you center yourself around solid people, she's solid. I have many people that I know, but I call her a friend and a sis for real because she's solid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She don't judge. She if anything, she gonna be like, okay, you prayed today? Did you fast this week? She gonna remind me, and I'm gonna do the same thing with her because that's what you need when you going through what you're going through. God can't wait to show up and show out with you.
Yeah.
He gonna make you. He gonna make you show who he is.
Yeah.
To whomever that come encounter with you, because you didn't go through that for nothing. God said he wastes nothing. He wastes nothing that we go through. That's the kind of God you serve.
Yeah, for
he
sure.
will waste nothing that you go through. So you think he let you go through that just to go through that? Yeah, the enemy might want you to throw somebody out the car, but the God say not so. He say not so. He say let me work for you. Let me work for you. Let me fight your battle. That's why he say be still and know that I
am God.
Who I am.
You know, it's as you go through life and as you see things for what they are, what they actually are, that's how you begin to heal. Because you have true acceptance at that point. You can look at the man in the mirror and be like, okay, man, first and foremost, I'm not perfect. So since I know I'm not perfect, I can't hold you up under this microscope, you know what I'm saying? Like you're perfect. So okay, let me step back. What did I do? What was the part that I played in this whole thing? Because I heard Toronto on when y'all talking about you were in two abusive marriages. And me and you go way back. So, you know, I was privy to some information because me and you talk. I had to look and see like, man, when I was young and I was in some relationships, they were physical relationships when I was younger. And I remember when I got to the point where like, nah, man, I'm not finna be in no physical altercation with no woman, man, behind nothing. And it was when my daughters was born. Because anybody that know me know, my daughters meant the world to me because they were mine. I had the privilege of raising them without their mothers being there. So in my mind, like, okay, man, things got to change. No matter what's going on, no matter what this woman do, no physical reaction from you. Because you got some daughters.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to bring myself to the point, even later on in life, to go to those women and say, hey, man, I apologize. Anytime we got into it and I put my hands on you, I apologize for that. You know, because it's nothing that warranted me doing that.
Yeah.
Even though I was taught or seen certain things growing up, I had to come to a realization where I had to say, for me, and I did it for me, to free myself, you know what I'm saying, from the condemnation, because I asked God for forgiveness.
Yeah. That's right.
And I said I didn't want that to happen to my children ever.
Yeah.
I didn't want a man to put their hands on my child for no reason. Let me get right. Let me get right so that I can move forward.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But it took for me acceptance of what I did, the part that I played, and I didn't try to bring no justification for what I did.
Right.
It was just wrong.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And that allowed me to move forward. And it was erased from my past. Never been brought up till I brought it up just now. Of what I did.
I 100% get it when you own yours in it. But I'm talking about situations where there's nothing for you to own.
But
I get it.
You can't live your life based on her not owning up to what she did.
Well, we're talking about forgiveness, period. We could talk about it's a lot of different things. That was just one relationship. This whole thing with me and my brother is just destroyed. This man left me to die.
The same thing. Your brother
This man left me
doesn't
to die.
have the capacity to love like everybody else you deal with. Everybody in this room got the capacity to love you the way you need to be loved.
That's right.
Those people that didn't do it,
just didn't do it.
They didn't.
And it
I
is
mean,
what
but
it
it
is.
They just didn't have it.
Yeah, I
And they
just
don't
think-
have it.
Hurt people. Hurt
This
people.
man left me, and left my parents dead, my son, and left me to die.
But God.
And I
But
was
you
just
still
like,
here, so you
still-
ain't left to die.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I
But
don't
we
know
all
how
gonna
to.
we all gonna die, but you not left to die.
But I'm
So
just saying, I don't know how to deal with that.
so you gonna get through that toward the great, because you haven't accepted some things, because you in your head you still toward the great. So we gonna move on. We gonna move on, and Giselle, I'm gonna sit on Giselle for a second, because I know you've experienced some hurt in certain areas, and so when you hear forgiveness, us talking about forgiveness and losses and situations, can you talk about how you deal and how you're dealing with things that have caused you pain, and in moving forward in your healing process? Let us hear, like.
Well, there's no secret. Like, my hurdle is losing my child and having to forgive the person who took his life, and that comes with a lot. It comes with me saying it's my fault, me not being able, because we have these kids, and it's our job to protect them. So the moment that something happens, you feel like you failed them, So I'm in counseling. I've been going through it, speaking about it. But for me, I think the best decision that I could have made was to give it to God and to go to him about everything, because life is difficult. Like, it could be 1:00 and I could be smiling. 1:45, I'm down in the dumps, and I'm ready to go to bed, throw the covers over my head, and I just don't want to be, or do life anymore. But healing is difficult, but it's something that has to be done, because I had to find reasons to keep going.
Yes. Amen.
Not just for me, but for like Antoine kids, or even for my other son, because I have another child.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And my other grandkids, and for people who love me, my family and y'all. I had to just be. I wake up with intentions, very intentional every morning.
Yeah.
No matter what. I don't care what's going on. Janzel, call me how. Put on some clothes.
Amen.
Self-talk.
Janzel, smile.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Anything that calls peace, I move myself from around it. I don't care what it is. It could be social media posts that I done made a comment and somebody would come to me. And you know what I mean? That's about to stress me out.
Yeah.
And even at the job with the kids, because mostly the kids are younger, and I have to direct them, not today. And they be like, Miss Janzel, we know your nerves bad. Yeah, that is so true. But
They love to say that.
yeah, I just have intention on being the best me, to have a peaceful life, to heal, and I don't want to. And I've intentionally not dated because I don't think people know how people who haven't been in my situation, haven't lost a child, they don't know how to handle me.
Yeah.
Because you talk to people on the phone and then you don't talk to them on the phone because, hell, I don't feel like talking today because this is one of my moods. Then you got an attitude with me. You got an attitude with me, and I'm having a bad day because I lost my damn child. You know what I mean? So it's a lot.
So let me tell you, this is something that I've heard. I've had so many people that respond to the podcast, that first one, when they talk about
A smile from a jump.
smile from a jump.
Yeah.
When that touched so many people, and so many people can relate, it's crazy.
Because we keep going because we have no choice.
A
we have
smile
to work.
from a jump.
Yeah.
You was here.
And you know what, sis? On that,
No, she wasn't here for the.
not Todd wasn't here. That smile from a jump. Just this past week, two people that I know was talking about having suicidal thoughts. And, you know, it comes from loss. You know, you lose somebody and the people around you that they haven't dealt with that loss, they don't particularly know how to handle you, like you just said about the relationship part. And I think as people, as a whole, we have to be more loving, more patient, more mindful,
Passionate.
and you know, compassionate about what somebody else is going through, and not have these selfish moments. Because as people, generally, we are selfish people.
Yeah.
We are very selfish. It's me, I. But when we dealing with each other in community, we have to have a level of compassion for what the other person is
But you
going
know
through.
what I do not do is I don't hold it against anybody. That's what we was trying to tell you, Todd. We can't hold it against them. You know? So, 'cause like I say, they haven't been through it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to deal with it. So why would I push my feelings on you? I'm just so understanding. Like, okay, they don't know, so I'm cool with it. You know?
But you don't have to apologize because the stress you carrying, they ain't carrying. So they can't tell you how heavy that is for you. So you don't apologize for how you feeling. If that's not your day that day.
Well, I'm just not apologizing, but I'm understanding that people are people, and that they can't see things from the step that I'm on.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
You know?
and whatever they've dealt with, because trust me, they've dealt with some things as well, and they dealt with it the way they dealt with it, and you're dealing with yours the way you're dealing with
That's
it,
right.
and that's what we just have to. When you love someone and you care about someone, or you even concerned about someone, you just have to accept them in that space, and that's what we have to do. And yeah, what you was gonna say?
No, I was talking to a friend this week, and they said something. When people going through things, why not just say, "How can I help you?"
That's it. What you need.
Those words, not nothing else. How can I help you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In this moment, let's just push everything else out the way. How can I help you?
Beautiful.
Whatever it is.
Yes.
If it's getting off the phone,
Yeah,
Just listening.
if it's just listening,
Just listening.
whatever it is, how can I help you? I think as a people, it's something we need to adopt, because everybody's going through something right now in this world. Everybody, you know, hey, how can I help you? Just and leave it there. And whatever they give you from when you ask, how can I help you?
Try to meet it.
You try to meet
That's
it.
it.
And if you can't meet it, hey, right now I'm not able to do that.
But I could do
I
this.
could do this.
There you go.
And I'm gonna pray for you.
That's
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
That's
that
it.
to pray for you. That's the big
the
big
biggest thing to
thing
do.
right there.
Yeah,
That's the
pray
big
in
thing.
that moment.
In
Don't
that-
wait. Don't wait. Do it right
You
in
know
that
what?
moment.
You so right.
People don't check on their strong
Yeah.
friends. They think, well, how you think I stay strong? It's I stay praying.
Yeah.
Not because ain't nothing happening
Yeah.
in my life. I'm in a fight right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right now.
I just look like this.
My mama taught me don't look
Yes.
like what you're going through.
Absolutely.
Because if I say I believe in God and I'm following after God, then I got to show some signs. There
Yeah.
should be some signs about me. Not everything right in my life, but there should be something about me that says she know God.
Yeah.
I tell people you don't chase money, you chase God.
Yeah.
You chase God.
Hey,
He the answer.
so back, I can remember with Tarana, I remember when you first talked about writing your book. And on the podcast the other week, I heard when you talked about how you stepped away from the church. Now, because we've been friends so long and we, talk a lot, I can remember when you were all in church. All in, that's all you talked about was church. And then I remember when it stopped. So I want you to speak on just like that moment where you walked away, in that moment where you realized walking away wasn't the answer.
Yeah.
I was hurt, man. You know,
It's okay to cry. It's okay.
That's release.
Yeah, let it go. It's okay.
And you was human.
Being human. And I was mad at God. I talked about that, forgiving God, and I had a lot of questions like, this is my second divorce, you know, and and I was also tired of serving. I felt like I was giving, even through my own pain. I was giving, serving, going to church, doing this. Oh, I can do it. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, to mask the pain that I was going through. And that's what we do. We find a church group here, and then if somebody say, "Well, can you help me move on Saturday?" We say, "Yeah, I can do it," and we're not facing the pain, and we're not saying no.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to say no.
It's
sometimes.
okay to say no.
So
And
when
say I'm not okay.
yeah,
I'm not okay.
yeah, and I wasn't okay. And when I right before I was like, I gotta, like, why God? And God say, first of all, why not you? But this is the time
Yeah.
that I need you to get in my face.
Yes.
Get back in my face. Church, that's gonna come. That's gonna come. It's gonna come again. But God, and I was like, Lord, I don't feel like praying. No. I need to sleep. I need to sleep. I'm gonna sleep through this, you know. And again, how the Lord said, no, you're not. And one day, and I did not mention this, but one of the things, my daughter came to me, she was young then. She was maybe, I don't know, maybe like 12, 10, 12, I don't know. And she said, Mom, you're so selfish. I'm like, what? You know, as parents, we want to, what? You talking to me? Don't talk to me like that. Da, 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 da. You know, whoop your butt. But God said, you're being selfish right now. You're being selfish. I don't know why she said it.
Out of the mouth of babes.
Yeah.
I don't know why she said it, but I had to say, Lord, am I being selfish? Even though I'm going through something. I'm going through something. But that don't give me the right to treat nobody different or in a certain type of way. You know, so I had to deal with being selfish. I had to deal with that. And the Lord said, no, I got to work for you to do. So stop being selfish. Stop getting in your own way. I'm not done with you.
That's right. Out of
And
yourself. Right.
yeah. And that's
Yeah.
when I came up with, we talked about it last week, the Facebook page. It was Bruised But Not Broken at first, and then Transparent Healing came. And I created the Facebook page. And then I had been writing years back. And I kept the little folder or whatever it was of all of my, stuff that I wanted to say. And just from there, the Lord said, no, you're going to write. There's a book inside of you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I think like bruised but not broken. How many of us in here right now are bruised in some kind of way?
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I think we all
Freshly bruised.
can speak from a bruised point of view. And those bruises sometimes, if we're not careful, begin to shape who we think we are. You know? It's easy for us to let a moment start to define us.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to be careful in the healing that you speak about in your book is so evident, because I have to heal from this bruise. I can't walk around with this bruise, not allowing it to heal, because the bruise gonna keep me and make me be incapacitated. I can't move like I need to move because I feel like I'm still bruised.
Stuck. You feel stuck.
But at the same time, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So people that go through those things, why you stepped away, why sometimes you throw your hands up. I'm talking about real believers. You need God to move. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And when he don't move, you going to have that moment where you like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, this is too much for me. Because I don't know how people pray, but when I'm talking about when you literally take the Bible and when you believe it to that degree that when something happens, 2 divorces, a death of a child, and all the death of parents, cancer diagnosis, hey, man, you need to see something move. You know what I'm saying? Hearing other people's stories, it's inspiring. This sound good when it's them, but when you ask the person in that pit, when you in the fire, when it's your name on the board, when you sitting on that front row, and that's your baby in that coffin, and you sitting there going through that. Then you tell me about what God tells you this and that. But other than that, when you speculating and trying to encourage people, I'm telling you, it's real. So I'm just telling. Sometimes I had those moments where I did just what you did. I look at God and say, man, look at God. Damn it like that. Say, man, I need you to move now. Because if you are powerful and do all this and you in control and you the dictator and you the author and finisher of my faith and you the rock in the weary land and you my battle axe and rock in the weary land, all that, show me then, man, because I'm damn sure in that weary land right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need this shelter in time of storm, Lord, where the bridge over troubled water at, because I'm standing here looking at the edge of it about to jump. Or I might listen to the other side of me that might tell me, goddamn, go to war.
Yeah.
Well, I know we all have
So
had.
I'm just telling you, is when people go through those life altering events, man, with betrayals and deaths and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You do need God to show up. I'm
But you
talking
did,
about then.
I know, but you seen God show up.
You-
But I'm just saying, when you was talking about when she step away, why
Yeah, I know.
people sometimes throw their hands up.
But I asked her that so that she could help the people see
Tell her story,
shit.
yeah.
how she went this way and how God brought her
Brought her
back
through.
over here.
That's it.
He brought her through
And
it.
it's somebody that's got a
And-
story like her
You know
that
what
need
I'm
to know
saying?
why they gonna take a break too.
And I want to ask this, and before we done, to this, because she's known as the strong one. Like, okay, Nicole, you know, like you put the face on. You put the face on real good. You know, like just while we talking about hurt and healing, lately, just with everything. How have you been feeling with dealing with hurt, figuring life out, dealing with this? If you're going to be in a relationship, if you're not going to be in a relationship, you know, okay, this person is gone, your grandmother gone, like, and how you coping with it and dealing with it and just moving forward in a whole.
It took a lot, you know. It took a lot. I was always, I always told you I had to go to counseling. My dad died. My sister died 9 months later. My grandmother died. It was hard. Mm-hmm. I had a relationship that I thought was going to be it. It didn't work out. And I was mad and beat myself up because you can get money back. You can't get your time back. I'm serious. I'm so serious about my time now. So, and I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you all right?
Because
It's okay.
I'm crying, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I told you I felt bad because I had to turn the machine off on Daddy. I had to forgive myself.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm fantasizing like, damn, what if I wouldn't have turned the machine off? We could have been doing this. We could be doing that. When in actuality, he was gone,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm good now. I can really say that I'm okay.
And you've gotten through some things.
I was with somebody, you know, I had tried to date, then I said, we're not going to do that. I'm like, Denzel, they don't understand. Like, you got kids, you got grandkids, you got death, you got loss, you got stuff you went through, and they don't understand you got 3 deaths back to back to back. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot. And we not talking about no far distant relatives. We
Yeah.
talking about people like,
And, yeah.
I'm holding on to my mama with dear life because I'm like, I told her, I said, I feel like I'm about to be an orphan and I'm finna be 55 years
Listen,
old. You
I'm
see what I'm
trying to
saying?
tell you, yeah.
That's not no good feeling. So I decided to date, and the comment was made like, you don't care about me. And I had to just tell him my history. And he just kind of sat back in the chair and he understood. I say, so I'm sorry if my emotion is not there. I'm sorry if it feel like I don't care about stuff half the time. It's not that. It's not that I don't even I like you. I just don't get excited like that. And I'm a action person. You can tell me anything,
But show me.
but you got to show me.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't, and I say I'm thankful, appreciate. You know, it's not that. It's just that I've had so much death, honestly, back to back to back, that some of my feelings left. I've noticed that. Like, I just act like I'm
a real
numb.
thing.
Like
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
People tell me like you don't care. It's not that I don't care. I feel like I'm drained.
You know.
It's gonna come back.
Yeah,
Baby.
and it is.
And you
It
entitled.
is. Yeah,
You
it
entitled
is.
to have that time.
So, and I think, and when she says she don't date you, and then because people don't understand, but I felt like he understood what I was saying, because then the conversation shifted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then it was a different conversation.
So would
Oh.
this be true?
Sean, and it's so funny when you said that. He said, "Well, here going forward, let me know
Yeah.
if you need something." Mm-hmm. Because I had to let you know, don't smother me. That's just not me. You just can't do me like that. You gotta
like him.
You got to let me come to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta let me come to you. You can't
Yeah.
suffocate. If I'm telling you, give me my space. Because it's times, like you say, Jensen, we don't want to talk. I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
I just want to be. I want to be
Yeah.
at home, lay across my bed, watch TV. I don't want to talk to my kid. My grandson called today with the dead fish. My son filleting the fish. He put the phone up, and I'm sitting there looking like I really don't feel like fooling with these kids. But
Yeah.
you know what? I had to. Oh, okay,
Put your
baby.
face
Yeah.
on.
You know.
Yeah.
I almost want to say, and I think I'll speak for everybody. Man, I almost think we need to do like let's all get the book. Let's all
Buy that book.
let's all go through the book.
Yeah.
Let's work, write down
had to go
stuff,
through my
and
own
then
book.
sometime maybe in a month or so, let's revisit and do a part 3
Yeah.
Yeah.
after working the book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that we need to really do. Let's just all get the book, work through it, man, because we all have a point of healing that we need to get to.
Yeah.
And it's not a long book, as you can see, but it's powerful. If you just sit in each, it's 5 chapters.
Yes.
That's it. And if
Yeah.
you sit in each one, simple, not simple. I'm not gonna use that word.
Yes.
Easy to do as far as the length of time, but it's going to break something in each chapter, and I believe that.
So that's what we're gonna do, people. We're gonna get a copy of Toronto's book.
Yeah,
We gonna work through it, and then we gonna come back on here and we gonna share that with y'all, and we're gonna be real transparent about what's going on in our lives and what we had to work through. So we want to thank Toronto again for her book and for being on here. We want to thank you, Trish, for coming and being a great support. Yeah, man, we're gonna have
May
you
I say
again.
this one thing? I'm sorry to interrupt. We've been friends for over 20 something years, and she has seen me go through it. I've seen her go through it, and it's like we were in Starbucks today. Real fast, we were in Starbucks, and we was just like, remember this, remember that, da-da-da-da. And it prepared us for this.
Amen.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to say that.
So yeah, man, we thank God, man, for everybody. We thank y'all for y'all time today. We usually do a prayer list and we go around the room, but today we just praying for healing.
Yeah.
That's what we praying for
Praying for healing for you.
corporately. We gonna pray for healing. So we thank y'all for joining us on Explanation Please, and until next time, be good.
All right.
All right.
Mwah.